What's going on, Winners Win Podcast? Your boy Loso 2.0. And today we have a special guest with us. Would you please do the honors of introducing yourself?
My name is Erica, and my business name is Angel Erica.
Okay. Angel Erica, Angel Erica. So where did you get that name from, Angel Erica?
So when I started this journey about 8 years ago, I took a shamanic journey, and that helped me realize that I came here on earth as an angel before I actually transformed into who I am today. And so that's why I chose the name Angel Erica for my business, because it basically reflects the journey that I've been on of the transformation and the change that I've been going through.
Okay, cool. So when you talk about your business, what kind of business is it that you were in?
So I started as a medium, a psychic medium, and kind of moved more into doing more healing work, studied as a shaman, and studied with the ghetto from Peru for the last 2 years, and really diving into the healing aspect of the work and helping people really connect with their inner child and help see these deep rooted emotions and these deep rooted pains that are living in their body and helping them transform that energy and that existence.
Okay. So what are some common, things that you were seeing that people are going through with this childhood trauma?
So some people like PTSD, some people anxiety, um, a lot of people not knowing their sensitivity of their gifts, right?
Mhm.
So we have different gifts that we come in this world with. And so a lot of my clients are very clear sentience, where they feel energy, where they can feel the energy in a room, but they associate it as anxiety or like depression or feelings of other people, and not knowing how to distinguish what is the difference. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so they feel this energy coming to them, and they believe that now it's anxiety. They're just I don't know, anxious about thing coming up.
Yeah. And so I help people really tap into themselves to see and be able to distinguish, is this energy mine or is this somebody else's energy? First and foremost, because a lot of times people are walking around carrying other energies that aren't theirs because they're so sensitive to the environments, right? And so giving them tools to help them navigate these different components of themselves that nobody never really taught them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that definitely does make sense. It's funny. I was actually watching an interview with Bob Proctor, and he was saying he could sense someone's energy just by being in the room with them. Now, I see that's really a powerful tool to have and skill to have. Do you feel like you receive skepticism from some people for that? You know what I'm saying?
Um, Probably at the beginning of my work, but
Mhm.
now I've done so much healing on myself that I attract people to my energy. I attract people who are ready to do the work, that are ready to kind of navigate themselves and find those answers that they've been asking. And so I feel like everything that I've gone through, it has helped me teach other people, because as a child, I was very sensitive to people's energy. Sometimes I
Mhm.
would cry and like be really sensitive, and I didn't know why. And a lot of times it was, I was feeling everybody else's emotions around me.
No, I think that's really powerful to have, because as humans, that's what makes us human, right? Our emotions and stuff like that. Um, so the sensitivity that you were being able to, recognize as a child, is that when you started to really realize that you were meant for this business? Like, where is the origin story of Angel Erica? How she got into this business?
So 8 years ago, my uncle, he passed away in a tragic accident, a work
I hear
accident.
that.
And that was when everything became very real, when I saw him in spiritual form when he passed away, and he came to visit me that night. And it kind of like took me off guard because, I had experiences, but I never really kind of associated them because I didn't understand what I was experiencing. So like when my middle son is 16, and when I was pregnant with him, I would wake up and like see this spirit with a little child on his shoulders in my hallway. And it would scare me because I'm like, I don't know this person and I don't know what they're doing in my house, but I can see them. I can see them in color. So some people can see in black and white or like shadows, but I see them like the way that they passed, right? And so for me, it comes very clear and natural. It's kind of like, when you put 3D glasses on, kind of that middle in between that you see before you get the focus. That's how I see them, right? I see them in like that kind of 3-dimensional existence. And so when my uncle passed away, it became very real for me. And then I started to seek answers, like what was happening my whole life. And now this made sense of one of my loved ones, because nobody that I really was close with had ever passed away, right? And so when he passed away and I could see him in the spiritual world, I was like, wait a minute, what is all of this? And so that took me on a quest of like a self-discovery of my own self.
Okay. And that's what made you come to be an Angel Erica. Do you feel like through all of the things that were going on, your family was supportive of your business, your journey?
It was kind of like, at first it was like, what are you doing? Like, you've done lost your mind. And
that's crazy.
I mean, even for my husband, it was like, just, I woke up one day and I'm like, I'm going to help people and I don't know how. And because I worked a 9-to-5 job at a, doing like the billing for the doctors, right? And so, I literally changed my life in a whole year. I moved away from where I lived, packed all my stuff up, and I told my husband, we're leaving. I don't know why we have to get out of here, but we need to go. And we moved 8 years ago from Wisconsin to California. And I literally in these last 8 years have found so many answers, not only inside of me, but the discovery of oneself. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so I don't know, this is my passion work. Like when I get to help somebody and help them transform themselves in the way that I got to transform, it's just such a beautiful experience of blossoming for that person and being able to hold that space for them in a way where maybe they never had that space held for them to feel safe, right? So a lot of my clients, they've gone through trauma, they've gone through mental or emotional abuse, or just had a really hard childhood, right? And so I can relate with that. And to be able to hold that space, because a lot of, practitioners, they haven't gone through some of this stuff, but they can relate, they can empathize. So a lot of the work that I do, I can sit in that space with that person and understand what they went through, because there's a lot of similarities, right?
Yeah.
And so it's different when you can really be in that space with them and really kind of feel that momentum that they're going through and be able to explain it in a way that starts to make sense to them.
Okay, I see what you're saying. And that was real good too as well. Your husband was like, you were like, let's get up and move. He was like, okay, let's go then. That's real nice. Real nice to have that support with you. Now, with your business, you doing that, your mother, your wife, how do you find time to have that balance, like that work-life balance?
So I like to do like yoga. For my self-care, I like to take salt baths, go out in nature and take walks. And,
Mhm.
at first when I was doing this work, I was on all the time. And then I had to learn how to turn it off when I wasn't working, because as a medium, walking around and feeling everything can get overwhelming
Yeah,
sometimes.
I bet. In California too? Yeah.
And we see like Teresa Caputo, right? She's a medium and she's a
Mhm.
psychic, and she likes to go around and do it all the time. That's just not my kind of style. The way I've built the relationship with spirit is when I'm in a session, when I'm doing my yoga, or when I'm in a meditation, that's when I want you to come through. I want you to be present with me at that time, to give me the messages, to give me the channel. And that's works for me, right? And so being able to learn what your style is and how you want to connect and communicate is really important, because just like how we have boundaries with humans,
Mhm.
we have to have boundaries in the spiritual world, because they'll drive you crazy.
Yeah, no, I bet. Going around. No, that's definitely crazy, and that makes sense though, right? You got to be able to turn it off and turn it back on, and that way you can also enjoy the now and the present time. Um, so a person that I was listening to, Russell Brunson, he always said, "Show me your bookshelf, and that will show me what type of person you are." So I meant to ask you, what is your favorite book, and what is the biggest lesson you learned from it?
I would say my favorite book. So I follow the Manifestation Babe, and I've taken her, I wouldn't say it's a book. It's more of like a self reflection book.
Mm-hmm.
And it's around manifestation, right? And it takes
Mm-hmm.
you through these different parts and pieces of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And really looking at the subconscious mind. To me, I love to learn how the subconscious mind works, because it's like a computer, right? It
Mm-hmm.
holds everything. And so when I went through this, it was a course and also like a book formation. I learned so much about myself. It helped teach me where my programming was at,
Mm-hmm.
and how that programming was causing certain things in my life to be that way.
Yeah. Okay.
So I would say a lot of manifestation things, and just subconscious mind books where it really goes into the science parts of things and how the
Mm-hmm.
brain works, and how trauma and how these different life aspects really affect the mind.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true. I love doing that. Actually, that's it's funny. Actually, went to college for that stuff like neuroscience. Just
Mhm.
learning how the brain works in relation to the muscles and everything. So that's really nice that you said you like to read books on that and try to learn from them and take different things from them. So I'm asking you this, right? So with business, there's ups, there's downs. What do you do when it's down? It's just a law of rhythm, right? What do you do when it's down to get yourself back up?
In those times when it's down, I take that opportunity to connect to the collective energy and
Hmm.
see what it's going through, so that
Hmm.
I can create something that is going to be beneficial, like a course or
Hmm.
content, or just, I mean, whatever the collective energy is going through. It's like a perfect opportunity to sit in that vibration and see, okay, what is majority of these people going through? And like, I would say in the last 6 months, I've been getting a lot of people with very suicidal thoughts. A lot of
Hmm.
people, right? They're struggling. They
Hmm.
don't know financially what they're going to do. Losing jobs, and like the economy is just not good right now. And
Hmm.
so the collective is like very scared. They're in a very scared state right now. And
Mhm.
so, people are on a pause. It feels like they don't know where to go. They don't know what to do. It's kind of like this sitting stage for a lot of
Mhm.
people. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And you can't sit still. I was just talking about this in my 2.0 challenge, the law of vibration, right? Everything moves. So if you're sitting still, you're going backwards. So now I know what you're saying.
Yeah. So I like to spend that time like just channeling and connecting to what people need right now, and just
Mhm.
connecting to that energy helps me when the people start to come. What are they dealing with? What kind of space am I holding for this group of people? And usually what happens is in those time periods when there's a pause,
Mhm.
I'm usually having to go through something to then be able to teach it and hold space for the next group of people. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that does make sense. That does make sense. So that's nice. So you try to get together, get that collective energy, and really almost like find. It sounds like me trying to find clarity, right? You just take that time to get clarity.
Yeah. And just, what I've noticed is a lot of the work that I've done in the last 8 years, I literally learn it, go through it, find the skills that got me through it. And then the group of people come that need all these skills and these tools. And
Hmm.
then I get to teach them what they need in those moments, whether it's grief, whether it's sadness, whether it's anger that they're going through. And then I've collected all of these tools because, tools aren't for every person. The
Hmm.
same tools may not work for the same person,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
And so having different tools in my box to, okay, in this aspect, what does this person need? And so I'm always trying to help myself learn these different concepts because each person is very special and unique, right? And so for me, this work has been about that, trying to be able to help somebody in a way that feels good for them versus me trying to fix them, right? People don't want to be fixed. They want
Yeah.
to be helped.
Hmm. No, I like that. I actually like that. I like that. People don't want to be fixed. Now I got the name of this podcast episode. People don't want to be fixed. They want to be helped with Angel Erica. No, that's all good. It's all good. You said a lot of stuff here tonight. That's definitely about what you do. Some of the things. Great, great, great content tonight. If you had to leave the audience with just one last piece of advice, what would you leave them with?
I would leave them with following their own spark, their
Mhm.
own tuition, and really tapping into themselves more than they do others. Because a lot of times that's where we are lacking. We're trying to be the next pop star or the next coach or the next, right?
Mhm.
Comparing ourselves with everybody else instead of looking in the mirror
Mhm.
and really loving and caring for ourselves. And through that intuition and through that understanding of yourself, you're going to find all of the answers that you're seeking outside of you.
I like that because comparison is the thief of joy, right? If you're worried about what everybody else is doing, you won't be able to do the thing that the spirit is naturally meant to do, which is expand. So I do like I like everything that you did and everything that you said tonight, and I appreciate you hopping on. Now, if someone wanted to reach out to you to have any type of help with, medium work, or you just giving them some type of guidance, how could they reach out to you?
So I have Facebook. My Facebook is Angel Erica 12. Instagram is the same, Angel Erica 12. And my website's www.angelerica.com.
Okay, angelica.com. Okay, no, definitely appreciate you for hopping on. You heard her. Go to angelica.com and go and reach out to her and just get yourself some guidance, right? Especially with your spirit and everything, just not everything on the physical realm. Thank you for coming here tonight, Angel. If you had anything else, is there anything else you wanted to leave with the audience before we hop off of here?
No, thank you for this space. And I love seeing you grow and expand, and it's exciting. So
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, you guys heard it. I want you guys to, if you keep killing the day. Remember, guys, winners win, losers lose, and you pray for success like this. See you guys.